But I think as entrepreneurs in general, in order to be successful, you need to embrace the scars on your back, the big failures. Can you give me like an epic fail that you learn from, that people can learn from as well, without losing a lot of money and time, that you can share with us?
Wow. In 31 years, I have millions of stories of things that went wrong, things that we managed to save. A lot of, sometimes I'll tell you something really that really taught me something. I talked to a pilot in El Al, the Israel Airlines, and he said, if you didn't only knew how many times during a regular flight we have really crises or things that go wrong in a plane, you would never board a plane again. So that I thought to myself, wow, because it's like it's exactly like this in a wedding or in a dinner, like a night in a restaurant. So many things go wrong. So and I tell my staff, we're like on stage. It doesn't matter what happens in the back of the stage. We can go through the worst crisis. You walk around smiling as if everything is okay because you do not want to ruin other people's evening. And most things we manage to save and correct during service, and clients usually don't even feel. And if they did, we compensate them. But we did have a major screw up. Excuse my French, but it was a screw up, and it was my the biggest crisis of our career, and it was a year and a half ago during the Israeli New Year holiday, and it was during COVID. We decided to, since we were closed, our restaurant and catering was closed, so we cooked holiday dinners and sent them to people would order, and we sent beautiful holiday dinners. And something went wrong with our logistics. It's something that never ever happened before, and we had a huge crisis that was started as a tiny crisis which wasn't treated efficiently, and about I think 25%, 20 to 25% of the people who ordered holiday dinners didn't get them. Okay, some didn't get them on time, some didn't get them at all. And there was curfew outside. Uh, Shops were closed. They couldn't order anywhere else. They couldn't go to their local supermarket. There were actually about 100 and something families that sat that evening on the holiday without food on their tables. At least not the food they ordered from us. Maybe they cooked something from their freezers because uh, we all buy too much food anyway. But our dinners didn't get there, and it was a fiasco. It was really bad. We didn't deal with it well at real time. It was really something that shouldn't have happened. And after crying my heart out, really crying, because if I remind you that my whole purpose is making people happy. So this whole thing was much beyond the reputation, money. It was just the fact that people were really couldn't celebrate that evening. So we built a team, and this is really something. It's something that is, when crisis happen, the first thing is to admit them. Okay, I went on I was interviewed that evening by a reporter. It was reported in all of in Israel, everywhere. So they screw up. So I took responsibility, and I didn't try to cover it up or anything. And the next day, we collected all our previous, I mean, present and past best managers, and it was a holiday, and we started calling we didn't know how many people got their food, and the ones who didn't. So we started calling every single family that ordered food and get their feedback, if they got the food on time, if it was okay, and what happened. You can imagine, we were screamed at, we were threatened by people. We took full responsibility. Of course, we refunded the full amount of money, and a week later, we sent each and every family a dinner that was called it's a phrase in Judaism. After the New Year, you have 10 days of redemption, of asking for forgiveness of things you did during the year and hurt people. So we sent a forgiveness dinner that was about 150% more bigger and really fancier than what they have ordered. So they got compensation, they got the refund and the compensation and personal letter of forgiveness, asking for forgiveness from Ran, my partner, and myself by handwritten. Okay, asking for, we screwed up. We asked for your forgiveness, and it worked amazingly. And I thought that people will not come to my restaurant anymore, or do weddings in my catering. I mean, this it really has disappeared. People trust us again and come to us, and those who remember talk to me about that and said, "What happened?" But they forgave, because when you take responsibility, when you admit, and when you correct things, people forgive.